Hello and welcome to Sports Tonight. I'm Cecilia Omogbe in Lagos.
All the greetings to you wherever you are in the world watching us. In London, I'm Austin Okonakwan, Cecilia. Everywhere I go, anywhere I turn, Mission X, Mission X. Is this a realistic goal or wishful thinking?
It's very, very realistic. Yes, Mission X. The Super Falcons, they've settled down in Morocco. The foreign-based players is from the US, all of them, they are all right there in Morocco. So this is the time to really get busy, because this weekend on Sunday, they will be playing Ghana in preparations for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. The 13th edition, of course, Nigeria is going for the 10th title right there in Casablanca. We'll be having a former player who has won this championship 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Yes, she will be joining us on the show tonight to access the level of preparations for this Mission X. We'll also be talking about basketball. Yes, the D Tigers. We have 20 players. Is a preliminary list for those players that will be taking, try to see if they can win the 5th one. They won it 4 times in a row. The AfroBasket Championship taking place in Côte d'Ivoire starting July 26th. Because the D Tigers, the list is out. That list will be trimmed down later to 12, but now we have 20 players that have been selected to start the preparations. And according to MBBF, we will be starting the preparations soon. How soon? That's what we will be finding out much later on the program. Okay, we'll be talking about FIFA Club World Cup. Yes, some teams that have qualified. We have 14 teams already qualified, just 2 to join for the round of 16. We will talk about that. And of course, fencing. Yes, the African Fencing Championship taking place in Lagos. We will also talk about that. So right here in the studio, Oluwadamiloju Saliu is joining me on the show.
It's good to be back on Sports Tonight, and it's an interesting edition because there's a lot of female-oriented sports. Those who are doing really amazing things for Nigeria. Hopefully, Mission X becomes a reality.
That's what we're praying for. And of course, right there in Miami from the USA, we'll be having Mercy Akide-Udoh. She will be joining us also to talk about Mission X. Yes, how realistic it is. That's the question as Austin has posed for everyone. But for me, I think that is a possibility for the Falcons.
We'll see. We'll see, Cecilia. We'll need to, show workings. And that's why when we get into that conversation with Mercy Akide-Udoh, she will tell us, how realistic it is for Team Nigeria, because she has been there, done that. She's a legend of women's football in Nigeria. Let's not keep her waiting. Let's go to Miami. She won the WAFCON 3 times. Mercy Akide-Udoh, good to have you join us on Sports Tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. With my busy schedule, you still try to stick me in.
It's only me that can do that.
Can do that.
and I appreciate you that whenever I do this to you, just go, Austin, okay, I'll do it.
Come again.
I know, thank you, Mercy. I see you're busy. What's going on in Miami? Just tell us briefly, what's going on?
Well, I'm here for the FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup in Miami. Been here for a while now, having some meetings and visiting the FIFA house in Miami as well. Just got back and I kind of lost track of time because my daughter is also in Spain playing, so we are just all over the place.
That's
so
lovely.
Try to catch up with her. I've not spoken to her all day as well, but it's nice seeing your smiling face again.
I know, same
everyone.
Here. Same here, champ. Same here. Let's get into this Mission X matter. You've probably seen it all with football in Nigeria and still seeing more. Is it a realistic goal?
I don't know. With the players that I saw playing the other day, they were playing, I think, Portugal in the friendlies. Missed a lot of chances. The game is all about winning and the tactics of the game. Not trying to put anybody down. We have the talent caliber of players to win this tournament, but this is the same thing that we had when we went to Morocco 4 years ago or so. And we have all the talent, but they were not playing as a team, and I can still see it lingering around. We just have that one-man solo thing up front and not having purpose when we right there in front of the goal. The goal is we want to score, we want to win. I don't care who put the ball in the net or who passes the ball to who. We have to play as a team. Right now, I'm not seeing it like gel, like we are ready. So I know that NFF have put coaches that they believe that can deliver. I just pray that they get their heart together and make this work for the girls, because we have talent. We bring in kids that are born in Europe, in America. Now, how can they fit into the African football system? That's another thing we have to look at. Our system and the European and American system is different. The way we play when we get to African football is different. They are very good in their clubs, in their various clubs, and I give them kudos. But when it comes to African football, it's a different ball game. You have to give your everything. You have to play with your soul, your mind, your body for the country. You cannot just go there like what I saw in Morocco. We came forth. I was tearing up in that stadium. It's kind of like we have the players, but there's no fight. There's no zeal. There's no purpose. Let me just put it like that. It looks like we have no reason being on that field. Every 50-50 ball, that team that we were playing won 50-50 ball. So if they are going to go there and want to play Selense football, like what our people call it, Selense football, it is not going to work. This is not Selense football, because that's what they did 4 years ago, and I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm telling you, I'm saying my mind. They have to stick. They've given these girls so much. In my time, we barely have nothing, but we played with pride. We played for the country. We played for our names. So they already have their names because they are playing Europe and in America, in Asia countries. They already have their names. So they think they have nothing to lose. But it's the young ones, the new generation that are coming that have something to lose. Because if they are not doing well, nobody's going to recommend with failures. So Falcons have been doing very well. So I'm saying that they should go. I'm not losing hope on my darling team, but they should go there and go and play. We want victory. That's all I ask for.
Mercy, you're now a coach. If I give you this same team, what can you do to it to make Mission X possible?
Well, I don't want to take the coach. I don't want to take the coach job. When it's my turn, I know what to do, but I'm going to try and help as much as I can from behind the scene. One thing is that it's not one day practice that is going to do it. He has to have a section for the strikers. He has to have a design practice for the midfielders. They have to know each other's run. Yes, we are all professionals, but if you don't have a team that is gelled together, practice together, talk together, have little groups, and start putting these little things that he wants to fix, because I know you took over from, what's his name, Randy, and I bet he already saw some things that Randy was doing. He should carry on and implement his own idea into what Randy has done. Randy has done so well with that team, you know. So unfortunately, that when the team is already getting to get to know each other, he's leaving. He left. But this is the problem with Nigerian football. We cannot be changing coaches for the female team, especially because we don't operate like the boys. Even the boys, you can see that they struggle. We change coaches like as if my mom would say, like rapper. We're changing. We are just changing coaches. Keep somebody that is going to be stable with the team, grow the team. That's why you're seeing Desiree is doing well. It's not that she's the best coach. It's not that she's the best coach, but Desiree has been with that team for a decade now. This is 10 years for her. And, you know, those are things that players looked up to. Because when they come to it's just the same circle. I know people are going to be looking at it like, hey, after South Africa, we are better than them. Hey, we are better than them, but show it on the field. Because right now what she's doing is stability. They have stability right there. We have none. We're just bringing players to come and do magic. It does not work that way. That's why even our main team right now, we are in the hole. So we have to try to make sure that our coaches that are with our teams have stability with the team. As they grow, yes, you will bring one player or the other to come and strengthen the team. But when a new coach comes, it changes the dynamic of the team.
That's true. Cecilia, has Mercy Akide reduced your Mission X hopes?
Yeah, you know, the last time when I spoke with her husband, he said 75%, and I'm like, okay, 75% still a pass mark. But after listening to Mercy, I think I will drop it down to maybe 55%, because Mercy, we've seen, we know that during your time, you know, you didn't have it all, but this time around, we're seeing the progression that the Nigerian Football Federation, they've made concerning the women's football. But it's like the ball has dropped this preparations, because since last year, they played just 4 friendlies, 4 nations. 4 friendlies, you have Algeria, France, Cameroon, and of course the Portugal, the recent one we just played that you talked about because of the way the girls played. And of course on Sunday, we'll be playing Ghana to wrap it up, which is really close to when the tournament is starting. Do you think this is enough for the girls to really go out there? Because you talked about they didn't have cohesion in that game against Portugal.
Yes, they should just go and believe in each other. Because one thing, when Randy was there, I went and gave them a little bit of a pep talk, like a motivational speech in Washington, D.C. I would never forget. And I don't know why the Spirit led me to tell them that they have to play together as a team. They are there as a team, but they are not, in soul and body. They always like feel like they are better than each other, you know? So when you do that, it's not a teamwork anymore. They have to have the teamwork. They have to have commitment, have to be there, you know? They have to work with each other, whether good or bad, whoever is on the field, whether you wore the jersey or not, whether you're on the bench or not. You can see it. They were not working together. And that was the U.S. national team game I went to watch, because Randy was coaching them, and I made the comment. They all have the talent, but they are not working together. So let it not be the same again in this tournament, because I saw it in Morocco as well.
Yeah. Don't you think it's the lack of time together that's really the reason we are having this? Because that Portugal game, they arrived less than 24 hours. And some of the players who were supposed to arrive didn't even come to Lisbon. They flew from the U.S. straight to Casablanca.
But this is the problem. If you have a team and you already have your starting lineup and that player is not coming, it's for the duty of the coach to change his lineup. You're not going to wait for one player to hold the nation down. A player cannot, yes, they said, oh, when you have one player that makes that difference on the team, but you cannot, that player cannot hold the nation down. So when it comes to that, it's the coach's decision to make sure that they have somebody that is on ground, and they start telling the player what they want the player to do. We are very smart people. Players are very smart. If you tell them, there are vision players and there are players that you tell and they know what to do. But when you have a player that the player can play, but they don't have the vision, then that's where you go to the boardroom and you sit them down and you teach them this thing. I think these players are lacking that. So if a player that is supposed to be on the lineup is coming to a day before the game, that player should not even start at all, for my own, because that's how you discipline players. I get it that their club does not release them on time, but their club should also know that they have to serve their nation.
Okay, interesting take there. Dami, I mean, you listen to her, because after listening, you know, Austin was asking me if that Mission X that I talked about, if it's still possible. And after listening to what she said, do you think that Mission X is really still possible?
I think I'm the most worried I have been about the Super Falcons regarding the Women's African Cup of Nations in years, because before the last edition, you could always beat your chest and say the Super Falcons were definitely better than the rest of Africa. But now, after that performance in Morocco 2 years ago, and then what we're looking forward to now, preparation, like you said, only 4 matches in the last calendar year. There are a lot of new players in that preliminary list that we got to see that will be having their very first Women's African Cup of Nations experience. You don't know whether it's going to be a refreshing of the squad, some of the things that Mercy already complained about, or you don't know whether we're going to be naive. So there's a lot to be worried about. Do I think Nigeria can win number 10? Definitely. But this is the least confident I have been ahead of any Women's African Cup of Nations in the last 10 years.
His confidence is also dropping. Everyone's confidence is actually dropping in this one. Messi, let me throw you this one before Austin will ask more questions if he's got some. For the group we are in, we've got Algeria, Tunisia, and of course Botswana. And the last edition, they had Botswana also in that group, beat Botswana by 2-0. But we've seen what these countries are doing concerning women's football. Is there something we can learn from them? Because right now, we started it, but it's as if everyone has borrowed our templates, they built on it, and they devised a means to actually, kind of wrestle with the Super Falcons.
Because they want it. They want to beat the big names. You know, when you have Super Falcons, it's like ringing a bell, like, man, we have to beat them to prove a point. And that's what I was saying, that the girls, when they get there, they have to play with their mind, their soul, and everything inside of them, because every nation, every country in that Nations Cup wants to beat them to get that recognition that we beat Nigeria. It's a pride for any little country to beat Nigeria. And you see, that's why when the girls, when they don't do well, it kind of like everything just flopped down. And it looks like we are bad. But we are not a bad team. It's just that hunger is not there anymore. And the people that are coming to play us, they are playing us with everything inside of them, just to beat Nigeria. But the girls have to see it, that, hey, it's not the way that you guys are looking at it. Other countries are looking at it like that Nigerian team must go down. And we ourselves should be telling ourselves, we must not go down. You guys are not in our class at all when it comes to female football in Africa.
Mercy, this is your moment. 1 minute. Mercy's moment. Look into the camera. Talk to the girls. Give them something to take into Morocco and execute Mission X.
Ladies, I am a very big fan of you guys. Please, the nation, the young girls, even me, my daughters are watching. I want you guys to go there and play as a team. It's teamwork now. It's not individual play anymore. It's teamwork. You guys have to have respect for each other, because that carries a lot of weight, and also commitment to the game. You have to have all these three, and go in there and do it. We are all solidly behind you guys. Nigeria is solidly behind you guys. No matter who you guys are playing, don't look at them like they don't have the record. Football does not play like before. Right now is what is happening right now, everybody's looking at. So our past record now is like, it's in the past. What is happening currently is what we are looking at. So go in there. I'm wishing you guys all the best. Hopefully, I will get there in the tournament to cheer you guys on and come to the stadium and come to your hotel and also celebrate with you guys when we get the victory. But we are bringing that trophy home this time.
That's it. Powerful, powerful. Mercy, take a hug. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You always come through for us. Thank you so much. That's it. Legend of women's football in Nigeria, Mercy Akide-Udoh, speaking to us from Miami.